Okay, this is another video in the series about getting you ready for the American film market, the AFM. Today we're talking about 4 networking strategies. When you're at the American film market or the EFM or Cannes or wherever you are film market-wise, you're going to have an opportunity to network. And so here are 4 tips that I can give you. Number 1, have a 2-minute story. Whatever that is, it's who you are and what you're looking to accomplish. But that has to be in about 2 minutes. When somebody asks, Tom, what do? You go, okay, yeah, I'm a filmmaker. I'm producing this horror movie and it's going to be here and we're going to shoot it, blah, blah, blah. And you get that 2 minutes out and you don't drone on and that's it. Have a concise story. Many times I've opened that can of worms where I ask somebody what they're up to and they just go on for 20 minutes and I'm looking around like, how the hell do I get out of here? Nobody wants to sit there and hear your 20-minute story. You just want to get quick in and out, have that 2-minute story about you, what you're trying to do, and what you're looking for at this market. Another thing is don't just focus on the pitch. Be fun. Talk about something else. Talk about, did you see that sports game or did you, what happened with the weather and blah, blah, blah. Something, that's cliche stuff, but something that's fun and interesting and is not just about your film. So because if you're overdoing that, it's like people don't want to just talk about that. Even though there's a lot of talk about films and networking and stuff like that, it's the person that kind of comes across where they're just having a good time that people want to be around. Another tip is to get the contact information. Much more important than handing out business cards. There are people that all the time, let me give you my card or whatever. They're always trying to give contact information. And it's like that doesn't do anything. Getting contact information is the key. Now, business cards are not as popular. I think every year, every market, we print less and less of our business cards because it's so much of this, touching the phones together or sharing their contact information, or people have QR codes or whatever the technology is dictating these days. But the key is, the important part for you is to get the contact information and have some way to organize it so that you don't just look at this stack of cards or you don't just put the contacts in your phone and you're like, wait, which person did I meet at that party? You actually have an organizational tool, whether it's an Excel file or it's, some type of app system that keeps track of all your contacts so that you know who you can follow up with and how to follow up with them. And the final tip, and this is very interesting and a lot of people forget this, ask them about them. What do you do, Bob? Ask them. Ask them about them. People love to talk about themselves. Let them talk about themselves, and then you'll hear things, and you'll get tips, and they'll say, yeah, well, we just opened a new division that's doing romantic comedies, and you go, I have a rom-com, right? So you want to ask them about themselves so that you can determine what is the potential synergy there. So ask about themselves, let the people talk about themselves, use all these strategies together, and you'll have some great networking at the American film market.